Well, hello. Well, hello there. Hello there. What I'm going to basically talk to you about is I've been watching a lot of YouTube as normal, and also living as well. Not quite living to the level I want to get up to, but living nonetheless. Unfortunately, you're not able to see this beautiful picture that I've got, so that's scary. Yeah, my reflection in the old camera is pretty cool. OMG. Okay, so yeah, looking at my beautiful view in the camera, and also just telling you guys what you've missed. Really, I went home. I actually went home to try and actually focus on a bit of YouTube and on a bit of producing videos for you people. But I just. A similar thing happened when I was travelling. I got bored of the uploading, bored of the editing and stuff like that, and I just rather just go out and do it. So what I'm doing now is actually doing it, and what I'll try and do is keep up with this once a day. Just fire out a vlog. Tell you how I'm getting on, how I'm feeling. At the moment, I am just chilling out on my new sun terrace, listening to Colfac. Hold on, a friend of mine helped work on the film when it came over to the UK. And prior to that, I'd already watched it because I researched Palme d'Or winners and watched them all. Yeah, so a very good film. Sugar Man, look it up. Sugar Man, don't you worry. I'm tired of these. How do? No worries, mate. Feel free. So yeah, so just chilling out on the old roof at the moment. Yeah, Colfac, great thing, Sugar Man. Now the video that I've just posted is Return of Diego. Intriguing, I hear you say. Well, you're correct. Return of Diego harks back to my original posts that I started posting onto YouTube a long time ago now, when I was travelling around Europe. I was living with these hippies. Just living with these homeless people, just in caves in the south of Spain, and having a very good time with them. And all of a sudden, we all looked up at the hill, which was a treacherous walk. I preferred the 5-minute swim round the rock, but if you did want to walk it, was a treacherous walk. Anyway, this very woollied, huge beard, huge hair, guy called Diego, and as he was walking down, everyone was like, "Whoa!" And then a good friend, can't remember his name, it's like James Smith, it's the most generic name. He even laughed and said, "Yeah, my name's James Smith, like, you can't find me on Facebook." Anyway, Irish guy, if you can find me, send me a holler. I'd love to get back in touch. You're a legend then, and I'm assuming you're a legend now. One of two clean shirts, again harking back to one of the old videos. This is to make you watch them all. No, from the Caps Log series, and also from the outtakes of the Caps Log, and then just the generic posting of the videos, because they were exceeding my 16 gig little memory stick, which was in my original GoPro Hero camera. I actually waited for the release of that camera before going on my holiday. If all of this would have been available then, I probably would have used all of this. As it was a simpler time. No such thing as sat-nav, which a small breakdown in Paris would tell you all about. Yeah, Paris is a horrible city to drive around, and that's with sat-nav. Without sat-nav, you may as well just pull over, cry, and shoot yourself in the face. That's Paris. No, it was like 4 hours I was in a queue, and then I took like a one way that I had to take, and I ended up back where I was, and I was just like, you know what, I'm done. Anyway, so that was that one. So yeah, quite a lot of things that I've done. I'm actually, when you memory, when people say, you look back with rose-coloured glasses or gold-coloured glasses, or you look at the bright side, you know, you always think it was good, but actually it was quite hard. When I look back, I remember incidents slightly differently, obviously, because you remember the good bits, the bad bits so much, and the bits that never really kind of were up or down, that were just there, I just don't remember at all, which is kind of why I like doing these videos, because it basically not immortalises, but certainly keeps a record for myself of incidents that happened that otherwise I wouldn't remember in the future, and would be lost. And I look at so many of my friends now settled down, and you know, the chances of, you know, chilling out on a beautiful sun terrace in anywhere in the country, you know, going around the world, is no longer an option for them. Obviously, you know, quite a lot of them now have got kids, and that's a whole new set of challenges and delights. I mean, I'm quite jealous in a lot of respects that you know, I mean, you've got this life, you've got this one looking up at you, and they're completely helpless, and you are their god. You literally are their god until death, really. They look up to you, and you know, and you're responsible for them, and that's heavy, man. That's heavy. I don't know whether I'd be ready for it yet. If it came along, I'm sure I'd pull my socks up, but until that day, I'll just carry on showing you guys that are, you know, soldiering on with that. I'll just condense my kind of crazy life into a small chunkette, and then you can have a look and kind of just, I don't know, escapism, really, just escape into my world for a little bit. So that's really what life's about. What have I been up to? I've moved down to Portsmouth. I had an awesome, I may as well start at the beginning, it's been a while, hasn't it? So I went back to Manchester. I relaxed in the flat. I share a flat with my brother, and just relaxed, settled in at home. A friend of mine returned from Australia, so me and him hung out quite a lot. Just visited all my friends back at home, really. Didn't really get up to much, and then went to Leeds. Helped our mate achieve a target for work. That was good fun. One of the best parties I've been to for a while, actually. I had to command the chill out room for a while, you know, just to make sure it was going all right. No, I crashed out for about 2 hours, but no, it was good old shift. And then now I'm down in Portsmouth. We've been all over, really. Been to a few like beautiful little towns. I love the way that it's kind of harkened back to the old. You've got these beautiful seaside towns that back in the day would have been absolutely full of tourists from all over the country. They are still pretty full, but nowhere near like they used to. And you know, like one day, you know, the king came to visit, and you know, everything was pulled out, all the stops and all that. And so you've got these beautiful, I don't know, beautiful buildings, beautiful like the pale blues or the pale pinks or the proper coastlines and stuff like that. So really quite nice. Quite nice little villages, towns and stuff like that. And I look forward to seeing all of the south of the coast while I'm here, really. Pretty much done the north now. Did Newcastle for a year, and the northwest. Obviously lived there, and and even Scotland as well. Like obviously Glasgow, Edinburgh, all over. Where's the other place? Where was I the other day? Dundee. That's the one. Inverness. Yeah, I love Scotland. Absolutely beautiful, breathtaking scenery. Really is. It's it's probably the closest you can get to Iceland without flying to Iceland, which I hope to do in the future. Iceland's looking absolutely beautiful. I met a photographer whilst I was at a friend's wedding in Cardiff, and he's just recently come back from an Iceland tour. Absolutely breathtaking pictures. If I can figure out how to link anything, I'll try and link him in the thing below, if there's a thing below. Such a YouTube whore, I never wanted to be. But no, I just want to talk to you people. I want to give you guys an outlet, give you guys something to watch. You know, quite often in today's crazy society, you've got everything at the touch of a button, but when you've got the choice of everything, you settle for the easiest thing there is, and that's very, very much not the thing you should be doing. I mean, it's easy to lie in bed all day. What is it not easy to do? Go and do that, So all you guys that are busy, in your free time, it's so easy just to cave out, but cave out and watch some dross on TV, probably adverts, to be honest, adverts. Whereas what I'm doing is basically condensing my life into about 15 to 10 minutes, and then watch me, and then you know what I've been up to, so you've got an entire lifetime of things all condensed into about 10 minutes, so you give that a watch, and we're all just sieves, filters, if you will. We filter what is around us and keep the good, and if I can give you that good, then it's a bit more good than some people get, So so now I'm down in Portsmouth, making friends, just saying hello to everyone, really. I was going to do a few little videos. I didn't know what kind of series to do. I've done what have I been up to. I've done Caps Log. Caps Log was the one a week, kind of all of the things that I got up to while I was in Europe. And then recently I just did a series, weight loss. Just I hit a stupid number on the scale, and I thought it was about time to not get that big again. So I just got back down to not that number, less than that number, and now. So once I got that one done, it sort of gave me a chance to play about with this whole medium thing and stuff as well. So, what to do? Me and my friend had an idea. We were going to do the five top sayings, so like, keep the change, you filthy animal, but obviously said in the dulcet northern tones of the man you see before you. No, basically just me saying it. And some people get a crack from that. Some people like my voice, which is good, I think, because if your voice grates, you don't listen. But no, more than that though, these videos give you an insight into my mind, and I know I realised at a younger age that my mind doesn't think the way of other people. General people don't think the way I do. I got very frustrated with this. Why aren't you thinking how I think? Why aren't you doing that? Like, none of this makes sense. You're all crazy. And then I was like, hang on, the only person that's annoyed here is me. Everyone else is just going about their business. So you know what? If I'm just working myself up, I'm going to stop. I'm just going to stop caring what other people do and what other people, feel and say, and just basically other people now don't really affect me. What I do is take what they say, obviously filter it through my filter, and then give the response back that I feel they need to hear sometimes, or the response that I want to give sometimes, even though it's not even comparable or in the same or even the same level. I love all these things on triggering on YouTube and on Facebook and just the general masses and stuff like that, or just people in general. I mean, let's face it, all these internet things, it's just the newspaper evolved, really. Back in the day, you'd pick up the newspaper and that would give you the day's events. Now you can go directly on the internet and see the day's events. You've got all this fake news. Well, it's not fake news. It's what someone is putting out there with the intent for other people to look at and make assumptions or make analysis on. What I find funny is that people think it's real. I always watched, Russia Today, watched BBC, and watched, God forbid CNN. No, I always used to watch kind of all sorts and then make my own mind up what was real or what was not. But ultimately, none of it actually mattered when looked upon at the grand scale of things. It's quite often the more what's the word? The more angry you get, just goes to show how good you really have it. Sanitation, roof over your head, food, people around you to talk to, I mean, that's really it, happiness, health, wealth, if you want to get all triangular. Yeah. So what you see before you, I suppose, within myself is, I don't know, not a preacher, but someone that takes what's out there and sort of I attempt to empathise sometimes, but really, third world problems. Oh, is that rich white American problems? Oh, but it's to them it's the world. So who am I to say that that's not a problem? Because obviously, in their head, it's a massive problem. Yeah, I thought the gender bathroom thing was a perfect example of this. I know a few men that are now women, and the other way around, women that are now men. Just found out I've got a few more friends that are now men that were women. So it's one of these things, so to what bathroom do they use? Well, whichever one they feel comfortable using. What's the problem? But the problem obviously is in that respect. It was ridiculous. Quite a lot of my current frustrations are focused around the old kicking off of the Third World War, which obviously I think is, not meaning to quote him, before you all dive on, I've got about 1 million quotes from 1 million different people, but why poke the bear? There you go, comments down below if you know who that one is. Because I used to actually watch live European parliamentary content. I used to just watch it, half an hour at a time, just click it on, see what other people in Europe are chatting about. There you go. So I've actually been abreast of European information for quite a while, just for funsies, I would say, like, literally, this is why I would recommend it. I don't know whether you'll find it anywhere. I watched it live. If you can find it, then well done. Link it below. George Galloway, Houses of Parliament, when he blew up. When he got evicted from the House of Parliament, George Galloway. Now, I was watching BBC Parliament live at the time, and to see that raw, unfiltered, was actually a joy to watch. And obviously exposed just the sham of it. Politics is a horrible game. I know this. I've played the game, and it's horrible. It is a cesspit. Why? Yeah, I've spoken many times. A misogynist billionaire or a full-time politician. Well, the only thing worse than a full-time politician is a defender of I don't know, defender of rapists. It's pretty much the lowest you can go, full-time politician, unless you are one of these really good politicians that care. But if you're one of those people, you'll never get to the top. You've got to have, people have to have stuff on you to allow them to allow you to get to an elevated point, so that they feel control over you. It's all about people having control and pulling strings, and who brings in the money, and lobbyists, and all that jazz. I mean, ultimately, the world is not all roses. It's controlled by obviously the elites. I find it quite. When I was employed by a large employer, now I always thought like I thought, and had a wonderful time with the job. It allowed me just to, have friends around me, allowed me to have a bit of money, allowed me to have food in my mouth, roof over my head. But it also tried to impose oppression. And that obviously didn't sit well with me. Must do that, they're the rules. And I'm like, well, why are they the rules? Why do I need to do that? If it's a valid reason, then of course. Well, they're the rules. If something is a rule because it has been proven over time to increase something, or to make something better, or to improve practices, then of course, look at electricians today. The amount of electricians that die on power lines is far less than it used to be. It used to be one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. Now, is that because they're trained better now? Yes. Is that because they have better safety equipment? Yes. Is that because they neutralise stuff? Yes. But the risk is always there, just as it always was. However, now, due to practices put in place by learning after incidents that have occurred, it's far better. So, by all means, rule me up when it comes to that. But little rules, I don't get, I don't understand at all. Or just arbitrary because. I find that hilarious. Because means I'm blindly following it because somebody told me. It shows a complete lack of foresight or anything like that. Unless you don't want to explain to the other person why. In which case you're essentially deceiving them and telling them to just do it, therefore saying I'm right, you're wrong, therefore imposing yourself as the owner or overall higher up than them. So that's my little, I don't know, not even angry, but that's just a little bit from where I'm coming from. And for those of you that are new to my channel or new to my listening to me talk shit for a while, that's really just so that you now know what you're watching. You're watching my view, which is filtered from the world around me and what I see. And obviously the filter ain't charcoal, the filter is the memories and the past experiences I've lived. But on the other side, no fluoride. Which again, mind goes. But yeah, no, I've just recently started using the Brita filter again, and stopped using my plastic bottles. I now use a glass bottle with a Brita filter, and I don't know, it's probably been 2 days, 3 days. Phenomenal! My mind is actually slowly getting back to where I would like it, so that's good. I'm going to Cornwall this weekend, which should be nice. Looking forward to that. So what else have I missed on? It's pretty shit, really. I had a very good friend that got married recently. Big shout out to Mr. Kennedy. There's a number of shout outs on my YouTubes back in the day of the caps logs, but I stopped really doing the shout outs because you never know who's watching and like blah 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 blah. But I'll do it for you now, actually. So a big shout out to, obviously, again, Ricey, Loz. You've then got, obviously, the other guys. You've got the Gorillas. The Gorillas are the work crew. You've got everyone on the YouTubes. You've got my new Instagram people. And then, obviously, you've got the whole Facebook people. Thank you, Rach, for the ad. You know who you are. I'm just the same old guy, loving, caring, drive on the road, so far away from you. I was thinking, if any of you have got, not ideas, because I could just chat shit forever, but if any of you want me to do a specific video, I was thinking of doing one for singular words. If you just type in a word, I'll do a little 5-minute video on that word, what it means to me, how I relate it, how I filtered it, histories and pasts of myself and others that bring meaning to that word. So yeah, by all means, put a single word in the caption at the bottom, and I'll see whether I want to do a video on it. If it's a funky word, I might even give it a go. And quite a lot of these stories, you know, you or people you know or people you might not know, or you know, we're all basically the same, you know. But yeah, some of them you might relate to, some of them you might have had similar interests, or you might have done similar things. If that's the case, then yeah, you know, enjoy. But not to worry. All right. I'm going to let you go. It's 25 minutes. That's a fair old slog, isn't it? Now, sign-offs. Enjoy the journey. Is my sign-off at the moment. I quite like that sign-off. Lots of people have got lots of sign-offs. You've got unsign-ons as well. Anyway, I'll do that on another video. Toodaloo. Enjoy the journey. Someone said to me the other day, what you're doing is unnecessary. To which I said, is it food in my mouth? Is it a roof over my head? No, it's not. So yeah, you're right. It is unnecessary. In fact, why don't we just, you know, kill ourselves at birth? It would certainly make it a lot quicker. But no, life's about the journey. It's about seeing where you get, seeing where you go, seeing what you do. You know, do I travel at 90 mile an hour down the motorway? No. I travel, as everyone can contest who's been in the car with me, at about 60. Because I want to see the pretty trees. And you know what? Like, if I want to pull off the motorway and drive along like some country lanes and some nice little villages, it'll add 40 minutes onto the journey. Normal people are like, he's just added 40 minutes onto the journey. What kind of crazy person is he? Well, no, I've just taken 40 minutes of my life and enhanced them. Sometimes immeasurably. Sometimes I've met people on these little journeys. You know, say I'm driving to Madrid. Along the way, I'm like, ooh, little mountain road. Go on, I'm turning right here. So I go and have a look. I end up meeting, you know, one or two nice people. You know, like, boom. All of a sudden, I'm not driving to Madrid anymore. Driving to Barcelona. Gonna go for a 5-day bender with some crazy VIPs. You know, and if I had sat nav and I was just going to wherever, that wouldn't have happened. So quite a lot of my adventures actually start, middle and end with just going off piece. You know, you can have more fun. Yeah, you can get in trouble. Yeah, things can happen. But you know what things happening is? Living. Things happen. If nothing happens, nothing happens. If something happens, something happens. And yeah, that's what I love about life. So keep making things happen. And most importantly, enjoy the journey. Do you like that? Alright, okay, toodaloo.